Over 7,000 targets already struck, non-stop helicopter rotations, and threats being eliminated within minutes of detection. But here's the real question. Has the Strait of Hormuz already become impossible to control? Right now, something unprecedented is happening in one of the most critical waterways on Earth. Attack helicopters are not just flying missions, they're operating in a constant loop of dominance, hunting threats before they even fully appear. As revealed in real operational patterns, drones are being tracked, intercepted, and destroyed so fast that they barely get a chance to complete their mission. No delays, no second chances, just immediate action. So what's really going on here? How can one system create this level of pressure that it reshapes an entire battlefield? And stay with me, because the 10 reasons behind this dominance might completely change how you see modern warfare. Before we dive deeper, drop a comment and tell me, do you think air power alone can control a region like this, or is there more to the story? We put serious effort into researching and creating videos like this. So if you value that, take 1 second to subscribe. It's just one click, but it means everything to us. Imagine this for a second. While most military systems rely on scheduled missions or limited operational windows, the AH-64 Apache operates like a relentless predator that never sleeps. There is no pause, no breathing room, and absolutely no safe moment for the enemy. As described in real operational patterns, Apaches are constantly cycling, some lifting off into the sky, others landing on naval ships, while another group is already refueling and rearming on base. This creates a seamless loop of presence where the battlefield is never left unattended. It's not just activity, it's continuous dominance. Now think about what that means from the enemy's perspective. If you're attempting to launch drones or disrupt shipping in the Strait of Hormuz, timing becomes everything. But here's the problem. There is no right time. The moment a threat appears on radar, an Apache is either already in the air or just seconds away from launching. This non-stop rotation removes unpredictability from one side and forces it entirely onto the other. The enemy is no longer planning attacks. They're reacting, hesitating, second-guessing, and in modern warfare, hesitation can be fatal. What makes this even more powerful is the system behind the machine. This isn't just about helicopters flying endlessly. It's about coordination, discipline, and precision logistics. Crews on the ground work around the clock, ensuring each Apache returns to the fight fully armed and mission-ready within minutes. The result? A battlefield where pressure never drops, where threats are intercepted before they even fully develop, and where control is maintained not through occasional QA, but through unstoppable 24/7 presence. If you made it this far, tell me in the comments, do you think any defense system can actually counter this level of constant air dominance, or is this the future of warfare? I genuinely want to hear your perspective because these conversations matter. We put a massive amount of effort into breaking down complex military strategies into something you can truly understand and enjoy, and your support is what keeps this going forward. So if you found this valuable, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click, but it helps us bring you deeper, more powerful content every single week. Now picture this. A hostile drone appears on radar for just a few seconds, silently moving toward its target, expecting a window of opportunity. But before it even gets close, something unexpected happens. It's already being hunted. This is where the AH-64 Apache truly changes the game. As highlighted in real operations, the moment a threat is detected, information is instantly transmitted from ship-based radar systems directly to Apache crews. There's no delay, no confusion, just immediate action. Pilots on standby fire up their engines within moments, while those already in the air pivot sharply toward the threat. What makes this response so powerful isn't just speed, it's precision under pressure. In traditional warfare, even a few minutes of delay can allow a threat to slip through defenses. But here, that window is practically erased. The Apache doesn't just respond fast, it responds faster than the enemy can adapt. By the time a drone operator thinks they've found an opening, the Apache is already locking on target. This creates a battlefield where reaction time becomes a weapon in itself, turning defense into an aggressive, preemptive strike capability. And here's the deeper impact. This speed completely disrupts enemy strategy. When your attacks are consistently intercepted within moments, confidence drops, planning becomes unreliable, and execution starts to fail. It's like playing a game where your opponent already knows your next move. The Apache's rapid response capability transforms the entire engagement dynamic, ensuring that threats are not just countered, but neutralized before they even become a real danger. In a region as critical as the Strait of Hormuz, that kind of speed isn't just an advantage, it's absolute control. Drop a comment below and tell me, if you had only seconds to react in a real combat scenario, do you think speed alone could decide the outcome? I read every single comment, and your thoughts truly shape what we create next. We spend hours researching, analyzing, and crafting these videos to bring you content that actually makes a difference, and your support keeps this mission alive. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's just one click for you, but for us, it means we get to keep delivering powerful content like this every week. Here's where things become even more powerful. The AH-64 Apache is not fighting alone. It's part of a fully connected battlefield network. Imagine a system where ships, radar stations, and command centers are all constantly sharing information in real time. And according to operational insights, when a potential threat is detected, it's not just one unit reacting, it's an entire system instantly coming to life. Radar operators identify and classify targets, data is transmitted within seconds, and Apache pilots receive precise coordinates before they even visually spot the enemy. This transforms the Apache from a helicopter into something far more dangerous, a node in a live intelligence web. What does this mean in practice? It means the Apache doesn't waste time searching, it already knows where to strike. The battlefield becomes transparent, almost like a digital map, where enemy movements are constantly tracked and predicted. This level of coordination allows pilots to focus entirely on execution rather than detection. And in high-stakes environments like the Strait of Hormuz, that difference is massive. Instead of reacting blindly, the Apache operates with clarity, confidence, and calculated precision, making every move more effective than the last. But the real advantage goes beyond just efficiency. It's about control of information. In modern warfare, the side that sees first, understands faster, and acts quicker usually wins. This networked system ensures that threats are identified long before they can cause damage. It's like turning the battlefield into a controlled environment where nothing moves unnoticed. For the enemy, this creates a terrifying reality. They're not just being targeted, they're being tracked, analyzed, and eliminated within a system they can't even fully see. And that is what makes networked warfare one of the Apache's most powerful advantages. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think information and technology have become more powerful than raw firepower in modern warfare? Drop your thoughts in the comments because your perspective adds real value to this discussion. We invest serious time and effort into researching and crafting every detail of these videos so you get content that's not just engaging, but truly insightful. So if you appreciate that effort, take a second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it means everything to us and helps us keep creating content like this. Now imagine facing a machine that doesn't just carry one type of weapon, but an entire arsenal designed for every possible threat. That's exactly what makes the AH-64 Apache so dangerous. It's not limited to a single combat role. It adapts instantly depending on the situation. As seen in real operations, each Apache is loaded with a devastating combination up to 76 Hydra 70 rockets, a powerful 30mm chain gun, and highly precise Hellfire missiles. This means whether the target is a fast-moving drone, a small boat, or a heavily armored position, the Apache already has the perfect weapon locked and ready. But here's where it gets even more impressive. It's not just about having multiple weapons, it's about how quickly the Apache can switch between them. One moment, it's shredding incoming drones with its chain gun at close range, and the next, it's launching precision-guided Hellfire missiles at distant targets. There's no need to retreat, reload in the middle of combat, or call in another unit. Everything is integrated into one platform, giving pilots the ability to respond instantly to multiple types of threats in a single mission. This level of flexibility turns the Apache into a true battlefield powerhouse. And from a strategic perspective, this creates a massive advantage. The enemy cannot predict how the Apache will engage because it doesn't have just one method of attack. It's like facing an opponent who can change fighting styles mid-battle without warning. This unpredictability forces enemies to constantly adapt, often unsuccessfully. In a high-risk zone like the Strait of Hormuz, where threats can appear in many forms, this multi-weapon capability ensures that nothing slips through the cracks. It's not just firepower, it's complete combat versatility. And that's what makes the Apache nearly unstoppable. I want you to think about this and tell me, if you had to rely on one system for survival in a high-threat zone, would versatility matter more than raw power? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to see what you think. We put in serious time, research, and effort to bring you content that actually breaks things down in a way you won't find anywhere else. So if you value that, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it helps us keep creating powerful videos like this consistently. Now let's step into the cockpit for a moment, because this is where the AH-64 Apache truly feels less like a helicopter and more like a high-tech hunting machine. One of its most powerful advantages lies in its precision targeting systems, which allow pilots to detect, track, and eliminate threats with incredible accuracy. As reflected in real combat scenarios, Apache pilots don't rely on guesswork. They use advanced onboard sensors that can identify targets even in complex environments. Whether it's a small drone flying low over the water or a fast-moving object at a distance, the Apache can lock on with deadly precision. But what makes this capability so game-changing is how it transforms the speed of decision-making. Instead of searching the sky or scanning blindly, pilots are fed clear, real-time targeting data that allows them to act. Instantly, imagine trying to hide in an environment where your every movement is tracked and predicted. That's exactly the situation enemy drones face. The Apache doesn't just see targets, it understands their movement patterns, aligns its weapons, and executes a strike with surgical accuracy. It's the difference between firing randomly and delivering a perfectly calculated hit every single time. And here's the deeper impact. Precision reduces risk while maximizing effectiveness. Fewer shots are needed, less time is wasted, and threats are eliminated before they can escalate. In a high-stakes zone like the Strait of Hormuz, where even a single successful attack could have massive consequences, this level of accuracy becomes critical. It ensures that every engagement is controlled, efficient, and decisive. In many ways, the Apache operates like a sniper in the sky, silently observing, locking in, and striking with unmatched confidence. And when precision reaches this level, it doesn't just win battles, it defines them. Let me ask you something. Do you think precision is now more important than sheer firepower in modern combat? Or do you still believe volume wins battles? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment, and your insights truly shape future videos. We put a huge amount of time, research, and effort into creating content that actually delivers value and keeps you engaged till the end. So if you appreciate that effort, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it means everything to us and helps us keep going. Now here's something that completely shifts the battlefield dynamic. The AH-64 Apache isn't tied to a single base. It can operate directly from naval ships in the middle of the sea. Think about that for a moment. Instead of launching from predictable land bases, these helicopters can take off, land, refuel, and rearm right on moving vessels across the Strait of Hormuz, as described in real operations. Apaches routinely land on ship decks, remain on standby, and launch within minutes when a threat appears. This turns the entire sea into a mobile launch platform, making it nearly impossible for the enemy to predict where the next strike will come from, and that unpredictability is where the real power lies. In traditional warfare, knowing your opponent's position gives you an advantage. You can plan, prepare, and strike accordingly. But with sea-based Apache operations, that advantage disappears. The helicopters are constantly shifting positions with the ships, creating a moving network of firepower that can respond from multiple directions. For any hostile force trying to operate in the region, this creates confusion and uncertainty. You're no longer dealing with fixed threats. You're facing a fluid, ever-changing battlefield where danger can emerge from anywhere at any time. But beyond strategy, this flexibility also enhances operational endurance. Ships act as forward bases, reducing the need for long-return flights and allowing Apaches to stay closer to the action for extended periods. This means faster response times, longer patrol durations, and greater overall control of the area. In a choke point as critical as the Strait of Hormuz, this ability to project power from the sea ensures that no gap is left unguarded. It's not just mobility, it's strategic freedom, and that freedom allows the Apache to dominate not just the air, but the entire operational environment. Now I want to hear your take. Do you think mobile sea-based warfare gives a bigger advantage than traditional land-based operations, or does it come with hidden risks? Drop your thoughts below. I I'm genuinely interested in your perspective. We invest a lot of time, effort, and deep research into making these videos valuable and engaging for you, and your support truly makes all the difference. So if you enjoyed this, take a second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it helps us continue creating powerful content like this. Now let's talk about something most people overlook, but in reality, it's one of the biggest reasons behind battlefield dominance: how fast you can get back into the fight. The AH-64 Apache isn't just powerful in the air, it's supported by an incredibly efficient system on the ground that ensures it never stays inactive for long. According to real operational flow, the moment an Apache lands, ground crews move in with precision and speed, reloading Hydra rockets, refilling the 30mm ammunition, and mounting Hellfire missiles almost like a perfectly choreographed routine. Every second matters, and nothing is wasted. What makes this so critical is the turnaround time. In many combat situations, delays between missions can create dangerous gaps in coverage. But with the Apache, those gaps are minimized to the point where they almost don't exist. While one helicopter is rearming, another is already airborne, and a third is preparing to launch. This creates a continuous loop where firepower is always available, always ready. It's not just about strength, it's about sustained pressure. The enemy doesn't get time to regroup, rethink, or recover because the next wave is already on its way. And here's the bigger picture. This level of efficiency turns logistics into a strategic weapon. Wars aren't just won by what happens in the sky, but by what happens on the ground behind the scenes. The ability to quickly reload, refuel, and redeploy means the Apache can maintain dominance over long periods without losing momentum in a critical zone like the Strait of Hormuz, where constant vigilance is required. This rapid redeployment ensures that control is never compromised. It's not just about fighting hard, it's about never stopping. And that's what truly breaks the enemy's ability to respond. Let me ask you this: what do you think matters more in a real conflict? Raw firepower or the ability to keep coming back again and again without stopping? Drop your answer below. I'm really curious to see how you think about this. We put in a lot of effort, research, and time to bring you content that actually keeps you informed and engaged, and your support keeps this journey going. So if you value that, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click, but it helps us continue creating content like this consistently. Now here's something that takes dominance to an entirely different level. It's not just about how powerful the AH-64 Apache is, but how easily that power can be sustained and replaced without interruption. In real operations, when one Apache is damaged, worn out, or simply needs rotation, another one is already on its way, delivered by massive transport aircraft like the C-17. These helicopters don't arrive ready to fly. They come partially disassembled, packed with precision, and then quickly reassembled by ground crews on site. This ensures that even in the middle of ongoing operations, there is zero downtime in air coverage. Think about the strategic impact of that for a moment. In most conflicts, losing even a single asset can weaken operational strength and create vulnerabilities. But here, that weakness is immediately neutralized. Replacement Apaches are assembled, tested, armed, and deployed in a remarkably short time. Rotor blades are attached, weapons systems reinstalled, and full system checks are completed with military precision. What would normally take days is compressed into hours. This means the overall force never truly diminishes. It simply refreshes and continues. And this creates a powerful psychological and tactical advantage. The enemy isn't just dealing with a strong force, they're facing a system that cannot be exhausted. No matter how long the conflict continues, the Apache presence remains constant, fully operational, and ready to strike in a region like the Strait of Hormuz, where maintaining control is everything. This level of sustainment ensures the pressure never drops. It sends a clear message. This isn't a temporary show of force. It's a long-term, unbreakable presence. And in modern warfare, the ability to endure is often just as important as the ability to strike. Let me ask you this. Do you think an army that can instantly replace its losses becomes nearly impossible to defeat, or is there always a breaking point? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear your perspective. We spend countless hours researching, analyzing, and crafting these videos to bring you something truly valuable and different from the usual content out there. So if you appreciate that effort, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it helps us keep creating powerful content like this. Now let's focus on one of the most critical threats in modern warfare, drones. Small, fast, and often difficult to detect drones have become a key weapon in disrupting operations, especially in regions like the Strait of Hormuz. But here's where the AH-64 Apache completely flips the equation. It isn't just capable of dealing with drones. It is specifically effective at hunting and destroying them mid-air. As seen in real engagement scenarios, once a drone is detected on radar, Apache pilots move in fast, lock onto the target, and eliminate it before it even gets close to its objective. What makes the Apache so effective in this role is its combination of speed, maneuverability, and precision firepower. Drones rely on stealth and timing, but the Apache removes both advantages. Using its onboard sensors and rapid targeting systems, it can track even small aerial targets and engage them with its devastating 30mm chain gun or rockets. Imagine a drone operator thinking they've slipped through defenses, only to be intercepted seconds later by a helicopter that's already locked onto them. It turns every drone mission into a high-risk gamble with very low chances of success, but the real impact goes beyond just shooting drones down. It's about neutralizing an entire strategy. If drones are consistently destroyed before reaching their targets, their effectiveness drops dramatically. This forces the enemy to rethink tactics, invest more resources, and take greater risks, all while facing constant failure. In a high-stakes zone like the Strait of Hormuz, where drone attacks can threaten ships and infrastructure, the Apache acts as a shield in the sky, ensuring that these threats are stopped before they escalate. It's not just defense, it's complete denial of enemy capability. Now I want to hear from you. If drones are the future of warfare, do you think systems like the Apache can keep up, or will technology eventually outpace them? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment, and your opinions truly matter. We put in a huge amount of effort, research, and time to bring you content that's not only engaging, but actually meaningful and informative. So if you appreciate that, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it helps us keep creating videos like this consistently. Now here's a part that most people don't see, but it might be the most powerful advantage of all: psychological dominance. The AH-64 Apache doesn't just destroy targets physically, it impacts the enemy's mindset in a way that changes how they think, plan, and act. Imagine operating in an environment where you know that at any moment without warning, a highly advanced attack helicopter could already be tracking you, as seen in real operational patterns. Apaches maintain constant presence, patrolling, waiting, watching. This creates a situation where the enemy is never truly safe, even when nothing seems to be happening. And that constant pressure builds over time. It forces hesitation. It creates doubt. Every move becomes risky because there's always the possibility of being detected and eliminated within seconds. This kind of mental strain can be just as damaging as physical losses. And when operators lose confidence in their ability to execute a mission successfully, their effectiveness drops. Plans become slower, decisions become uncertain, and mistakes start to happen. The Apache doesn't just fight battles, it controls the tempo of the enemy's thinking, and that's a level of dominance that goes far beyond firepower. But here's the bigger picture. Warfare isn't just about destroying equipment, it's about breaking the opponent's will to act. When a force knows it's being constantly monitored and can be instantly targeted, it begins to operate defensively rather than offensively in a critical region like the Strait of Hormuz. This means fewer risks are taken, fewer attacks are attempted, and overall control shifts heavily to the side applying that pressure. The Apache becomes more than a weapon. It becomes a symbol of unavoidable force, shaping behavior without even firing a shot. And that's when true dominance is achieved. So here's something I want you to really think about. Is winning a war more about destroying your enemy or controlling how they think before the fight even begins? Drop your perspective in the comments, because this is where things get really interesting. We put serious time, deep research, and real effort into every video to bring you something that's not just entertaining, but actually meaningful and different. So if you respect that effort, take 1 second to subscribe to the channel. It's just one click for you, but it helps us continue creating content like this.